Hey there, my friend. Welcome to the podcast where learning English becomes simple, practical, and even fun. I'm your host, and today we're diving into a super important topic, the 10 most common mistakes English learners make and how to fix them. Now, I'm not talking about grammar mistakes like he go or I am agree. Nope, today we're going deeper. We're talking about the habits, the mindsets, and the learning strategies that actually slow you down, even if you're studying hard. If you've ever felt stuck, overwhelmed, or frustrated while learning English, this episode is for you. So grab your headphones, get comfortable, and let's explore the mistakes that many learners make and how you can avoid them. Let's get started. Mistake 1, trying to memorize every word. Let me ask you something. Have you ever tried to memorize a long list of English words, like 100 words a day? Maybe you even downloaded a list called 1,000 Most Common English Words. It sounds productive, right? But here's the truth. Memorizing words without context doesn't work. You might remember the word for a few hours, maybe even a few days. But when it's time to speak, your brain goes blank. Why? Because your brain doesn't store words like a dictionary, it stores them in connections. When you memorize isolated words, you're not learning how they're used. You don't know the tone, the collocations, words that go together, or the situations where the word appears. For example, take the word run. You might think, okay, run means to move fast. But what about run a business? Run out of time? Run into someone? Totally different meanings, right? Learn words in context. That means use short stories or dialogues. Connect new words to your life. Learn phrases, not just single words. Pick 5 new words today. Instead of memorizing them, write a short paragraph using all 5. Make it about your day, your job, or your favorite hobby. Then read it out loud. Record yourself. Listen back tomorrow. That's how real vocabulary sticks. Mistake 2, waiting to finish grammar before speaking. I'll start speaking English once I finish all the grammar rules. Sound familiar? Many learners believe they need to master grammar before they can speak. But here's the truth. You don't need perfect grammar to start speaking. If you wait until you know every tense, every rule, every exception, you'll never start. And the longer you wait, the harder it gets. Grammar is important, yes, but speaking is a skill. And like any skill, you learn it by doing. Think about swimming. You don't read a book about swimming for 6 months before jumping into the pool. You get in the water and learn as you go. Start speaking with the grammar you already know. Use simple sentences. Make mistakes. Learn from them. Try limited grammar speaking. For example, one day, speak only in present simple. Another day, practice past tense. Keep it simple. Keep it consistent. Today, have a 5-minute conversation using only present simple. Talk about your daily routine. Say things like, I wake up at 7. I eat breakfast. I go to work. Don't worry about mistakes. Just speak. Mistake 3, being afraid to make mistakes. I don't want to speak English because I might say something wrong. This fear is one of the biggest obstacles for learners. But here's the truth. Mistakes are how you learn. If you're afraid to speak, you won't practice. And if you don't practice, you won't improve. Mistakes are not failures. They're feedback. They show you what to fix. They help you grow. Even native speakers make mistakes, so don't let fear stop you. Create a mistake journal. Every time you make a mistake, write it down. Then write the correct version next to it. Review your journal once a week. You'll start to notice patterns, and you'll fix them faster. Record yourself speaking for 2 minutes. Talk about your weekend. Then listen to the recording. Write down 3 mistakes you hear, correct them, try again. You'll be amazed at how quickly you improve. Mistake number 4, only watching TV shows and movies. I watch Netflix in English every night. Why am I not fluent yet? Watching shows is great, but only if you do it actively. Passive watching doesn't build language skills. You enjoy the story, but you don't focus on the language. You miss pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary. Your brain doesn't absorb it deeply. Practice active watching. Choose short clips, 2 to 3 minutes. Turn on subtitles. Pause and repeat key lines. Shadow the actors. Copy their speech. Pick a scene from your favorite show. Watch it with subtitles. Pause after each sentence. Repeat it out loud. Try to match the tone and rhythm. Then turn off subtitles and watch again. See how much you understand. Mistake number 5. Only using textbooks. I study grammar books every day, but I still struggle in real conversations. Textbooks are helpful, but they're not enough. Textbooks teach rules, not real-life language. They often use unnatural examples, and they don't prepare you for slang, idioms, or fast speech. Mix textbooks with real-world materials. Read blogs, news articles, or social media posts. Listen to podcasts or YouTube videos. Join online forums or language exchanges. Use English the way it's actually spoken. Find a short blog post in English. Read it. Highlight 5 new words. Write your own paragraph using those 5 words. Make it about your day, your job, or your favorite hobby. Then share it with a friend or teacher. This kind of personalized learning is 10 times more effective than generic lists. Mistake number 6. Trying to learn too fast. I want to be fluent in 3 months. Ambition is great, but language learning takes time. If you push too hard, you burn out. You forget what you learn. You feel frustrated. Language is like a muscle. You build it slowly with regular practice. Use spaced repetition. Review old material regularly. Learn small chunks every day. Focus on consistency, not speed. Each day, learn 3 new words. Review 3 old ones. Write 1 sentence for each. At the end of the week, quiz yourself. Slow and steady wins the race. Mistake number 7. Using only one resource. I only use one app for learning English. Apps are great, but no single tool can teach you everything. Different resources teach different skills. One app might be great for vocabulary, but weak in listening. Another might help with grammar, but not speaking. Mix resources. Apps for vocabulary. Podcasts for listening. YouTube for pronunciation. Books for reading. Language partners for speaking. Rotate your tools every week. Make a weekly plan. On Monday, a podcast. On Tuesday, a grammar app. On Wednesday, a YouTube video. On Thursday, speaking practice. On Friday, reading. Keep it fresh, keep it balanced. Mistake number 8, repeating without understanding. I repeat English phrases, but I don't know what they mean. Repeating is good, but only if you understand what you're saying. If you don't know the meaning, you can't use the phrase correctly. You might say something inappropriate or confusing. Before repeating, look up the meaning. Learn how it's used. Practice in different contexts. Pick one phrase you've heard often. Research its meaning. Write 3 different sentences using it. Say them out loud. Understanding leads to confidence. Mistake number 9, obsessing over word lists. I'm working through a list of 1,000 common English words. Lists can be helpful, but they're not personalized. You might learn words you'll never use, and you miss the ones you actually need. Create your own word list based on your job, hobbies, or travel plans. Include phrases, not just single words. Today, make a list of 10 words or phrases you actually use in your daily life. Think about your job, your family, your favorite activities. Then, write a short dialogue using those words. Read it out loud, record it, listen again tomorrow. This kind of personalized learning is 10 times more effective than generic lists. Mistake number 10, reading without practicing. I read English articles every day, but I still can't speak fluently. Reading is great, but reading alone won't make you fluent. Reading is passive. You're receiving information, not producing it. To speak English, you need to practice speaking. To write well, you need to write. Passive input builds knowledge. Active output builds skill. Balance input and output. For every 10 minutes of reading, do 5 minutes of speaking or writing. Turn reading into speaking. Summarize what you read. Turn listening into writing. Take notes. Write a response. This turns passive reading into active learning. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of 10 Common Mistakes English Learners Make. I hope this helped you reflect, reset, and refocus your learning journey. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube, leave a comment with the mistake you've made and how you're fixing it, and share this podcast with a friend who's learning English too. Remember, you're not alone. You're not behind. You're learning, and that's powerful. Until next time, keep practicing, keep smiling.